We'll start off by going over scales quickly and seeing how the way we play them when starting on different notes affects the notes we're able to use in those scales, and therefore what kinds of key signatures we have to use for pieces in the keys based on those scales. When you play a C major scale, or starting on C, on the piano, it just so happens that the keys you use to play them are all white keys. Now, it may not look like we are skipping keys on the piano, but keep in mind that we also have the black keys. So we definitely are skipping some keys, the 5 black keys to be exact. Thus, a major scale must always proceed in whole steps except with half steps between the 3rd and 4th notes and between the 7th and top notes. So what happens if we want to have a major scale, but starting on a note other than C? Well, we have to use the black keys. Let's try building an actual major scale on E now. 1, 2, 3, half step here, 4, 5, 6, 7, another half step here, up to the top. Notice that when making sure we skipped a key for all our whole steps, we ended up using 4 out of the 5 black keys. Those notes are F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and D sharp. We're using sharps here rather than flats, so every letter name shows up in the scale once, and we don't have something like E, G flat, A, B, D flat, E. So when we are writing or playing a piece based on the E major scale, that is, in the key of E major, should we just mark every one of those sharp notes when it occurs? No, that would add a lot of visual junk to the score and make it really difficult to read. Thus, composers came up with something called key signatures to define which notes are in the scale right at the beginning of a piece. In a key signature, written before the time signature but after the clef marking, every flat or sharp required to recreate the piece's defining scale or key area is marked on the line or space corresponding to that note's letter name. So E major, requiring F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and D sharp, would get 4 sharps in the key signature. Normally, they are distributed like this with the high F sharp first, but when that F line is marked with a sharp, it means every F in the piece, in any octave, should really be F sharp, unless the composer tells us otherwise. So we don't mark every octave's F with a sharp, just that one is enough.